Hello, hello. How are you doing? 안녕하세요. Konnichiwa. Namaste. Assalamu alaikum. How are you doing? I hope you're all doing well. Huh? I'm also doing good. Yeah. Just living life. Huh? Huh? So today I'll be doing more of a deltoid movement. Huh? So why do we study anatomy? Okay, as animators. Why? Why the hell do you study anatomy? Hmm. So let's draw the back side, eh? Alright. So later on, we're going to look at how the trapezius move. Hi, Sean. Hello. How are you doing? How are you? Alright. So this is how the torso looks like, eh? The rib cage. Alright. that. Let's just clean it up a bit. Huh? So hello, I need to learn how to draw shapes of people. When I draw, I use mouse. Well, it's not bad to use a mouse, although it's not the best way to learn how to draw, okay? I'd suggest even drawing with a piece of paper, It's more, it will be much quicker for you to draw, because drawing with a mouse, it's not that natural, yeah? Okay. It's not that natural. So at the back, we're not going to see the clavicle there. So mostly we're going to be using the traps, the deltoids, and also the trap deltoids, the shoulder muscles, shoulder, the shoulder blades, just thinking too many things at the same time. Okay. So this is the humerus. Okay. Okay. All right. Then we have our shoulder muscles like that. Not shoulder muscle. Now I'm still confusing. The scapula, okay. Like that, okay. The scapula is there. The acromion here. Okay. So on top here is where we'll have our clavicle. Hi Omega, how are you doing? Alright. So if we're drawing the deltoid, so if we are drawing the deltoid, it will come from here, okay. Like this up to the half part of it. Alright. So that's the middle part of the deltoid, and the back part of the deltoid goes like this. Alright. Like that, okay. Yeah, we are learning anatomy today, okay? And not just anatomy, how to draw anatomy when it's in motion, because we need to have, we need to know how the body moves, alright? So I think you can watch other. So previously we did the Deltoid movement, okay, all right, how the chest moves, okay, and how the Deltoid moves, all right. So today we are looking at how it also moves when you are animating the back side of it. Okay. Okay. So what you need to look at are also the traps, so we're going to see a little bit of the traps there, okay. Actually, no. You're going to see this, since this is the back side. You're going to see the whole trap at front. Go ahead. How are you doing, man? Yeah, I'm making work easier for you, right? The hitman. Don't worry. Okay. So the traps usually look something like of the sort, Something of the sort, Okay. So this is one trapezius, okay, muscle. And these are the deltoids, okay. So we're not focusing more on the other lower part. So this is at rest. Okay. So later after the stream, not after the stream, later during the stream, I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna continue with the music video, right? We're going to do 3 streams today. Not 3 streams, 3 topics, yeah? So it's gonna be quite a lengthy one. The first 2 hours, we're just looking at how we can animate the muscles. Alright. Next, I'll do a layout design. Then we'll finish with the music video, okay? Because I'm kind of directing the team on Discord. So there's some things I need to, you know, to teach them, just the workflow, not the actual animation. Because I have very super talented people there in Discord. Awesome. So that's at rest. Okay. So assuming our humerus is there, like that. Okay. So we say that when we raise our hands, the whole deltoid will face at the back, okay? Okay. Okay. So you'll slightly see the front part like that. Then we'll see the whole part of the middle part and also the back, slightly the back. See? We're going to see the pointy part of it. So this is the landmark when you're moving arms around. Hello Ritoshi-san. How you doing, man? So that's what happens when we raise our arms. What arms? Arms. 7K, man. We are going to target his 10K, right? Remember what we said, yeah? Do you still remember, Ritosh? What we agreed 6 months ago? You must do whatever you promised, okay? Yeah, you should. You should be a man of your promise, man of your word. Okay. So let's see the in between. Pause. What happens at the deltoid? Okay, so we said that the deltoid usually the whole of it usually comes to the back when you're raising your arms. So that's something you should keep in mind when you're animating. Okay. So let's see how it's turning. So here we'll start seeing a little bit of the front muscle like that. Okay. Then the pointy side of the deltoid is here now. Like that, okay. Yeah, you think so? I'm glad that these studies are helpful. They're also helping me too, man. Alright. I wanna be a better animator. Okay. Not just guessing new things out, man. It's not nice. Also, I'll be doing more studies soon. Okay. I want we increase the intensity a bit. See? This pointy side is at the side, but when you reach the top, and when you've risen your hands, okay, to the top, the whole deltoid is at the back. Alright, so this pointy part, see, it's coming at the back with this one. Okay, so yeah, those are the important landmarks you need to keep in mind when animating. Okay. Alright, why do you think those muscles do like that? Why do you think the deltoid comes at the back? It's because, I know, we are not the joints here at the clavicle and shoulder blades. We are not connected like hinges, right? So it kind of moves to the front. The muscles move. Actually, the bone moves, towards the front before reaching the top. So these are the traps, okay. Okay. You see how that muscles moves? Alright. So since you guys need direction, I'll just indicate here in case you'll need this PDF later. So the whole deltoid muscle moves back, okay? Alright. So this movement is a little bit unrealistic, okay? Because we are just focusing on the deltoid. So in the next few minutes, we'll look at what happens when when you raise the arms, what happens to the trapezius, okay? So I'll take like a 5-minute break, make some coffee, then when we will be back, we look at the trapezius. How do you animate trapezius? All right. So the whole intention of these studies, the anatomy, okay? You're not trying to to be good at anatomy that much, okay? We just want to know how to realistically animate, okay? So that when you're also doing your shorthand, you know what's happening, okay? I also didn't know that when you raise your arms, okay, the chest muscle usually changes size, they become smaller, okay? All right. So we learn daily, okay? So yeah, so expect more of this. We said we'll be learning every day anatomy, okay? Then we apply that into our animations, okay? Because if you're going to be a great animator, okay, or a key animator, you need to be very, very good in anatomy, okay? Because you'll be creating poses that that maybe you don't have references from, but if you have the basic understanding of how things work, it's gonna be easier for you, okay? So probably I think I'm going to animate something, okay? Once we finish the deltoid and the trapezius, we've done the chest muscles, so the only thing left is the trapezius. Once we do that, I think we're gonna choose a character who has muscles. Then we try to put it in in action, okay? So these studies are not just there for the sake, we will be using them, okay? So yeah, let me search for. Oh, you're back. Welcome back, Ritosh. Okay, so that's what we are going to do. All right. That's what we're going to do. Okay. We're gonna be awesome animators by the end of this. This is like a course, a 6 months course. We're going to be doing this for the next 3 to 6 months. By the time we are done, we're gonna be beasts when it comes to animation. Okay. So everything is going to be centered towards animation. Okay. All right. Yeah, we're gonna be good. Then anatomy is not that difficult. Imagine. So easy. Okay. It's only that it will take some time, for you to, learn this daily, okay? Because I think since we started these studies, I think we've done like just a few pages, okay? And our anatomy is getting even better because all of these, like this page, I didn't use any reference, just muscle memory, okay? So the more you do it, the better you become. Okay. So I think we'll we'll try to animate Chainsaw Man, right? Try to animate Chainsaw Man. Okay. I think he has some muscles, right? You can just do a simple demonstration of how how the muscles work. Also, there's this book called Anatomy for Sculptors. Very good book. Easy to understand. It doesn't have a lot of text, only visual. That's what I use to study anatomy. Okay, so you can grab your copy there. Okay, and you can follow along. So I'll take a short 5 minute break. Then when we come back, we're going to do some trapezius muscles. We're gonna draw some traps. Okay. Build on top of what we've been learning. Okay. All right. So we've come far. Okay. We've also drawn some melons. Okay. Some female anatomy, okay. All right, some muscles, okay. So I think we are progressing pretty well. Now, by the time we are done, we will be great. Okay. Anyway, I'll see you in a few minutes. Yeah, melons. Yeah, we're gonna be drawing some more melons in the future, okay? So I'll be back shortly. And I'm back. I'm back. Oh, F-Ship. How are you? How are you, man? How are you doing, man? So, so F-Ship Studios, eh? They're the first people who gave me my first critic on my demo reel. Super awesome team they have. Okay. I also did a short personal project for them. So they are good buddies of mine. Eh? She'll check their short film. Eh? Super awesome team, man. Thank you, Ritoshi. Thank you, man. So yeah, welcome, Apeship. How are the apes doing? Anyway, let's continue drawing. Anatomy for animators. Eh? We should make a book like that, right? You have anatomy for sculptors, eh? So we should have anatomy for animators. Because I think what you need to know most as an animator is how you know joints move and muscles. Okay. So, hey, and by the way, yesterday there's somebody who sent me a super chat. So, I think it was a super sticker or something. I'm not sure. I just saw an increase in my earnings. The problem is I don't know who did it, because I can't. YouTube ain't showing me who sent the super chat. So thank you whoever did it. Awesome. Huh? Okay. So let's look at the traps. T for traps. They are the major muscles at the back. So these are important landmarks for the back. We said the important landmarks at the front are the clavicles, the chest, the chest or the breastbone. Okay, and a little bit of the traps. Okay, and the deltoids. Now at the back we have trapezius as the major muscles. Okay, and we've also seen what happens when we raise our arms when we are animating the deltoids. So let's continue. Yo, TJ, my man. What's up, my man? How you doing, my man? Still studying, How are things going, man? And as an animator, I don't really need to know all of these words. Okay, unless you're a chiropractor or something. You don't need to know all of this stuff, huh? Just know where they are there. You don't need to know their names. Alright. Chiropractor. Yeah. Industrial electronics. Ah, nice. It's the last subject. Ah, nice. Wishing you all the best, man. You've been grinding a lot, huh? Respect. Hi, Cass. It's nice to hear your voice. Last time I watched, you were still just like, yeah. I got my shit together, man. Decided to, speak my voice. You know. I haven't studied much, nor this one, because it's the last one and the other one difficult. Yeah, electronics isn't that difficult, huh? Yeah, 6 months. We did some progress. Eh? Who knows? Maybe very soon you're gonna see my face. Okay, maybe I'll start doing some vlogs. Eh? So let's look at the traps. Then we'll end the stream there. Then later, after the supper, okay, I'll do some layout. So don't miss that. I'm gonna Zener diodes. I love Zener diodes. Now this is it's a simple topic. The diodes. Acturius, you have a very wonderful name, man. And I'm not Cain. I'm Kai, alright? Cain. Cain. So I think it's nice, huh? So today we're going to have two streams, eh? So I wanted this morning stream, to be only focusing on, anatomy, okay? Because we need to know how to draw properly, okay? So Actuous. It's okay, no worries. Don't worry. It's life. It's called life. Yeah. So we saw that the shoulder blades, they usually float on top of the ribs. So when the shoulder blades move, okay, and they can move independently, okay. Yeah, don't worry. No problemo. Yeah, no problemo, man. Okay. So yeah, it's important. Most beginner artists, they tend to avoid learning anatomy, okay, because they see it as these beasts of I don't know what, okay, but it's not a beast, okay. Just need to enjoy life, yeah? Nice cars. All right. actually the most important thing you need to learn in anatomy, okay, are the deltoids, okay, especially if you're an animator, okay, and the traps, eh? Those are the most important things you need to know, okay. If you can animate those properly, I think you can animate anything, eh? Okay, and we've seen how easy it is to animate them, eh? So let's see. Okay, so we put a center line here to show where the spine is, eh? Okay, like that. Then am I a bike or a car guy? It is. I am more of a car person, eh? Don't like cold. I like cruising. Okay. Love cars. I love cars. Cars are great. So shoulder muscles are actually like these, eh? Okay. It's kind of like a triangle like this, eh? But chopped off. Okay. Like this, eh? So this is where the hands usually attached, or the bone of the humerus, eh? Usually attached, eh? There. Okay. And since you've said these shoulder blades, they can move, eh? Let's move one of them, of the shoulder blades, eh? Maybe like this, eh? Like that. Okay. So say they're going to, and you know, once you raise maybe a little bit of the hand, also the clavicle, but it's on the front part, eh? It's gonna raise a bit, okay. So here is the humerus. This is the bone of the arm, eh? Comes like this, eh? So these are just a simple mannequin, eh? Alright. And I told you guys, don't try to simplify what like how I'm simplifying my shoulder blades and rib cage. If you haven't drawn fast, okay? We said start with the basics first. Know what you're drawing before you simplify it. All right. Hello, Notes. How you doing? Welcome. Okay. That's why we started with that's why we started animating the skeleton, eh? The skelly. Okay. Okay, so that we can know. We also even drew the individual bones, huh? We were not trying to, you know, to simplify things here. Okay, just drawing what we see. Use reference. Okay, don't worry about proportions when you're starting out. It's not that important. You will fix proportions, eh? Once you know what you're drawing. Okay, once you get the proportions right, okay, now that's when you start now simplifying things, eh? All right, but don't try to attempt simplifying when you haven't yet you know, learned how to draw them fast. All right. Alright, so this is how the rib cage is going to look like. Okay, so here I'm assuming the arm is a little bit lowered. Like this. So this is the back side. What the hell? Okay. Then you have the vertebrates here. 7 of them. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those are the first, vertebrates. You have 12 here and another 5 down here. Okay. Then let's lower our sketch. Yeah, actually you should be learning anatomy on daily basis. Even if it's something small for 10 minutes. It's only that I have enough time so that I can study like 2 hours on daily basis. And there's this dopamine you get once you learn new things on daily basis. It's so fun learning every evening night because my brain can't focus. And me, I love learning anatomy in the morning. It just happened that today I was so sleepy I wasn't able to wake up in the morning to draw anatomy. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So let's look at how the trapezius usually wrap around the shoulder blades. Gonna look at that. Then I think that's gonna be the end of today's anatomy. Okay. So anatomy a day keeps the devil away. So the trapezius usually look, not the trapezius, the shoulder blades. There are two important things here, right? This is the scapula of the shoulder blade. Okay, we just use a single line. This is how it looks. It's tapered at the end like this. All right, then comes like that. Yeah, muscle names are very difficult to know, man. Yeah, like sternocleidomastoid. I just call them stenos. Okay. Or you just look for a name, you name it. Okay. You don't have to, You're not doing any exam, so nobody's gonna test you. Okay. All right. So you can just rename it, like the lower part of the muscle, the chest muscle, the collarbone. All right. Just look for a simple way. Okay. And if you can't name it, there's no need of you remembering it. Just know that it's there. Then we have something called acronym here. All right. Yeah, that's way easier. Okay. So we have the acronym here. It's also a landmark, okay? All right. Because it's going to help you plot plot the deltoid muscles, okay, and also the trapezius, okay. So it's a very important landmark, okay. Just like we call the top of the pelvis landmark as is when it's the interior celiac spine. I just call it as crest actually. All right. I just know that the lower part is the axis and the upper part is the physis. Yeah. So when you have the landmarks, it really helps you a lot. Okay. All right. So I'm going to color this landmark so that you can see how it's going to help us, plot the rest of the muscle there. So the whole of this is the shoulder blade, okay. But on the shoulder blade, you have another small bone called acromion. It's what connects both the collarbone. All right. We just draw the collarbone, imaginary, because you are at the back. You're not going to see it. So I'll just assume we can. All right. So the shoulder blade, here's the sternum or the breastbone. So it usually comes like this. Okay. So they connect here. All right. And now from here now, we have 3 bones here which are connecting. Okay. All right. We have the humerus, which is the bone of the arm. Okay. And also the collarbone. Right. Okay. So for trapezius, okay. They kind of look like a triangle. So let's draw them. So we have 3 parts of yeah, it's mouthful. So you have 3 parts of the trapezius, but we don't really need to know all their names. Just need to know they exist. All right. So come like this. All right. Then it will close just on top. just on top of the clavicle and you know, those joints, all right. Okay. And you have like a small space here. Okay. Then it goes downwards like this. All right, like that. Okay. All right. Then at the top, it wraps on top of the acronym. Okay. Okay, like that. Then close like that. Okay. Some of the sort, so traps like that, then close. Remember, these are two sections. These can they can move independently. Okay, I'm just putting it at a neutral position. Okay. Okay. So yeah, okay. So here we know that half of the acronym at the back, it's usually the back side of the deltoid. Okay. So don't forget that, but this is not about deltoid. So let's not draw it for now. Okay, we can do it. Oh, no, let's not do it. Okay, so this is the top part of the trapezius, the middle part, and the lower part. And the lower part. Okay. So let's just rename it. Top. Or let's call them upper. They are called actually upper fibers, but I'll just call them upper. Middle fibers. And lower fibers. Remember, Our body is made up of fibers. Okay. Don't forget about that. I'm actually thinking of, since we know how to draw the deltoids, let's draw them, because why not? You've been speaking Greek from the moment I got in WhatsApp. What do you mean? Sana the sun? What do you mean? I'm speaking Greek. Naongea Kigiriki. Is that what you want to mean? Okay. So the middle deltoid, we say that it usually wraps up to the lower parts, okay, of the half part of the humerus, like that. All right. Okay. All right, like that. Those are the deltoids, like that. Yes, trapezoid, deltoid. Okay. I'll stop doing that. I'll just show you the images. Okay. It's because you didn't start the topic with us, We've been studying for a few pages now, okay? That's where you're getting lost. Okay, but you'll catch up, Catch up. You're gonna catch up. Don't worry. Don't worry. You're gonna catch up. Hi, digital artist. Whoa. How are you doing? What's up? Anatomy for animators by Engineer Kairegi. Hey. I got it. I'll ask my brother who's studying physiotherapy. Nice. Got some crazy bloodline there, right? One engineer and another one psychiatrist. Nice, guys. I'm also that friend. Okay. I'm also that friend. So this is the deltoid. Okay. I think we're doing great. All right, guys. Okay. We are not focusing so much on this lower part. This part of the biceps and triceps. Okay. Right now we're just focusing on the trapezius, the traps. Okay. So the trapezius usually go up to the skull, okay? Something you should note. Okay. So we didn't name this acronym, eh? It's a very important bone. This is a bone, okay, of the scapula, right? Chromion, eh? So that's an important bone landmarker. So here like 25 more minutes to work on the traps, eh? Okay, so we're doing fairly well, okay. All right. TJ on the beat. So do you guys, are you enjoying these studies? Huh? Should we continue with anatomy? Either way, I'll still continue with anatomy because I want to be better at animating. Okay. Okay, so in the next few minutes, let's wrap up the stream by drawing a couple of poses. Okay. For how all these muscles are working together, right? So we look at the traps, the deltoids, and what else? Nothing else. Eh? We haven't looked at in detail about the arm. All right. So we won't dig deep down on the arms. Eh? We want to go step by step, slowly by slowly, one step at a time. Eh? So let me just create a new page. Add a page. Add a page. Where is add page? Here you are. Add page. Okay. Okay. God willing, tomorrow we might start our stream way earlier than usual. Okay, because I have a lot in my bucket, man. So yeah, we might need more time tomorrow. probably 10 hours or more, because we now have anatomy study for 2 hours, freelance work for about 4 hours or 6 hours or so, depending on the mood that day. Then you also need to learn about, anime, alright, the usual, how to draw Genga, alright, because lately I haven't been doing Genga work, alright, so I don't want to alienate you guys so much, so we'll be looking at Genga, how to create Genga, alright. We're going to use a technique. I don't know if I'm the one who came up with it, but I think it's working. It's called trace, recreate. No, trace, copy, then recreate. Okay, those 3 steps. You take a Genga, all right. You trace it. Okay. After you trace it, and make sure you're doing this in one sitting on, okay, so that you can see the difference. Then once you trace a Genga, right, there are so many materials you can get in the server, right, in the material section. Once you get hold of one Genga you like, just trace it. Don't think about it. Don't think when you're tracing it. Just keep in mind the line quality, okay, the quality of the line, all right. Then you should also look at the speed of which you're tracing, okay. It also helps you, gain that muscle memory, okay. Once you're done copying, don't stop there, because I know there's some people who are lazy like me who will stop there, right? That's not the end of the study, okay. Now put that trace work away, all right. Then take that Genga work, put it on the side, then redraw it without tracing, okay. So look at it, then redraw it, okay. Once you finish redrawing it, now compare the two Gengas, okay. The one you copied and the one you traced, okay. You're going to use use the original Genga, okay, to correct. If probably you didn't trace properly. Okay, you traced properly because you're just tracing, okay. So either you can use the traced version, okay. You lay it on top of the Genga that you have copied without tracing. Then you fix the issues that you might get. Maybe the one eye was a little bit off. You try to fix it, okay. All right. That's called second key. All right. You are definitely doing like a second key. Oh, that's how you study anatomy. Nice. Okay. So then after now you've fixed the issues, all right. You have laid on top the Genga, okay. You fixed the issues you had, okay. Now don't stop there. We have one last step, okay. This is called recreate, okay. Use the same pose, okay, the same animation, the same timing, but now use a different character now, okay. If maybe you are tracing Gojo, all right, now use a different character, okay. Who else? Maybe use Naruto, okay, in the recreated version, okay. Try to animate, okay, getting reference from what you traced, okay. It's gonna be difficult. This is the difficult part because now you're creating something from nowhere, okay. You're just using the cut that you traced as inspiration, okay. Trust you me, in the next 3 months you're gonna be better than any other person. Okay, that's the shortcut of studying. Okay, that most people don't want to tell you. Okay. So yeah, that's what we'll be doing a lot. Okay. And something you need to know, you see those cards that you have recreated, you can comfortably use them in your portfolio. All right, so chances of you getting hired is much better. Okay, so yeah, that's what we'll be doing. Yeah, so don't miss any of the steps. Okay, well, you can miss the tracing part. Okay, maybe your drawing skills is a little bit better. Okay, you can skip, but I don't recommend skipping the tracing part. Okay, because you see Japanese animators, when they're learning, they usually start as in-betweeners, or dogaman. So a dogaman usually trace a lot of keyframes. He's the person who usually clean most of the keyframes before the in-between. Okay, so when they're tracing, they kind of feel how the key animator used to, be in the zone. Okay, it also helps your hand-eye coordination well. Right, so that's the trick you're going to be using. Okay, so I was thinking we start tomorrow. Okay, I don't know. We'll know tomorrow. Okay, but now let's finish up this stream with some trapezoids, trapper this. Okay, so like always, I have the permission to simplify because I know what I'm doing. So if you haven't started drawing the skeleton, the skelly, I'd recommend you start with that first before you try to simplify your forms. Okay, don't learn anatomy from figure drawing. Okay, start from the building block, and that is the skeleton. Okay, and here we are just, since majority of the back, the traps are at the back, that's what we are going to focus more on that. Okay, so we'll start with that. So these are the shoulder blades. Okay, we just using a very simple mannequin. Okay, so you just represent them as triangles like that. Definitely going to be trying to cut up your streams more often. I really appreciate this. Alright, class, man. I'm glad it's helpful. I'm also learning a lot through these streams. Okay. So we have the neck here. We have the rib cage here. Okay. So I actually stream on daily basis, so you can catch me up anytime. Okay. Okay, so this is where now the acromion is. Okay, all right, this is just a fairly neutral position, we know the humerus usually kind of ends at the lower side of the rib cage, okay? Like that, okay? So clean it up a bit. All right. So we have one of the traps. We said they start from the top of the neck, like this. Like that. Then the top ridge comes like this, up to where the joints are, okay, of the clavicle and also the acromion here, okay. Okay. And here we have where the shoulders start, not the shoulder, sorry, the scapula, right? The shoulder blades, all right. Then you will just straight like this, okay. Then we said it wraps on top like that. It wraps like that on top. Then it closes like that, right? So it wraps on top of the acromion, right? So forms like these, traps on top part of the acromion, then it closes like that, all right? Then let's finish up with the deltoids. Said you have the top part like this, all right? Goes up to the center like that, all right? That we have the back part of the deltoid. Then we have the inner muscles there, which are the biceps, like that, okay? Same with the other side, okay? All right. So these are the deltoids, the traps muscles. These are the deltoids and the rest of the muscles. the arms. Okay. Anatomy drawing. Every limb looks normal until you flip the canvas. Suddenly it's a horror movie. Yeah. I think it's all part of the anatomy, digital drawing in general. So you need to be flipping your canvas more often. Fortunately. Okay. All right. So we're gonna draw a couple of them. Yeah. We also have here some muscles that go up to the neck, like this, the front. We're gonna look at them later. Okay. So these ones go like these up to there. Okay. And here we'll have the ears. And a head. A head here. A very long head. Let me see how bad it is. Yeah, it is bad. Okay, so let me just review it a bit. He has a long head, I don't know why. Looks bad, but who cares? It's just a sketchbook, okay? So, no worries. No worries. Any of you who know how to make a stylus pen, can you make one? Yo, TJ, can you engineer one stylus? Can you use magnets? Maybe TJ can help you, Deck. Okay. So yeah, TJ can do that. He's an engineer guy in these streams. Okay. Okay. So let's continue a bit. Still have a few more poses we need to draw. We have time. Let me see. No, we don't. So I don't think we have enough time to draw the poses, and I don't wanna rush. with these traps, so probably we're gonna do it tomorrow, because I need to show you what really happens when you move the arms around, because I think it's important for animators, okay, when you move the arms, what happens to the shoulder blades, okay. Okay, so this is one pose. We need like 6 more other poses, I'll show you how it affects the rest of the body, okay. So with that in mind, I think this is enough for today's anatomy class, okay. All right. So that tomorrow I'll finish up with these muscles, okay. Then tomorrow I think we're going to look at the ribs a bit, okay. We're going to be drawing a lot of poses, a lot of them, okay. So this is not a typical anatomy class. It's mostly drawing with regards to animation, okay. So we're gonna do more, ribs tomorrow. Yeah, but I think we are doing great. Our drawings are looking way better, okay. So after the hip, the ribs, we're gonna look at the hips, both are male and female. Hi Ikram, how are you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. So yeah, I think there's no more questions, right? So in that case, we'll finish our daily anatomy class there. Okay. Then tomorrow we'll do more. Okay. So it was awesome having you around. I'll see you later, maybe in the next 4 hours or so. We'll be doing layout animation. Okay. So take care. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. All right, TJ.